Everyone, this is the second time to making the mouse drawing like here. Continuing to from last class, I will continuously draw uh, next one again. In previous time we make the blue arc and this arc should be used to the real side of the mouse shape. Next one I will making the new plane like here. The plane color is orange like here. For making the new color, I will exit to the sketch workbench and making the new plane from here. For making the new plane, uh, plane definition should be selected from this button, and plane type should be through 3 point through uh, 3 point. It should be point type, and first point should be selected from here. I will magnify it and select first point. Second point should be here. We previously generated the intersection point here, and the third point should be selected from magnifying it, and 3 point. If 3 point is selected, then preview should be made, and OK button should be made like here. Then the newly plane should for along to 3 point should be made like here. In case of this, the plane have some degree like here. Yes, if the dual plane is made, then it have some slant degree like this, and then this kind of arc should be made along to go to the sketchwork by along to this newly made plane, and go to the sketchbook workbench and made the 3 point arc from here. First circle, second and third point can be selected. Then this part, and for knowing more specifically, I will magnify this point, and for determine it, I will select this point and this point together, and by using constant defined dialog box, coincidence should be applied like this. And next point, I will put the end point like this, and magnifying it, I will select 1 point of the point can be selected, and the coincidence should be applied by using constant defined in dialog box like this. Then the arc should be made from this. However, the arc origin should be coincidentally from this one. Therefore, coincidence should be, if coincidence should be made, then the this line, it is very important that this kind of line, this is the guideline of the mouse spine, guideline or spine line of the mouse. This line and this line should be intersected in this point. If this intersection point is not generated, or if this is some slightly far from each other, then the new sweep surface or new multi-section surface cannot be generated. Therefore, the intersection point between this line and this line should be coincidency, should be very important in this case. Then if the color of the arc is changed to green and the coincidence constraint is generated, then exit to the sketchbook page like this, and the next operation should be made from this after making this part. Then multi-sections solid surface one can be made from this part. This is the rear part of the mouse. Therefore, multi-section solid should be selected from this one, multi-section surfaces. And first, this part is the multi-sections section point or profile point of it. Therefore, this one should be selected first, and this should be removed. This is automatically generated, and by clicking the arrow from here, the multi-section arrow should be go to the upper part. And next one, I will select this part. This part also should be selected. I'm sorry, I canceled and generated again. First multi-sections, then this part, and this part can be selected, and this arrow should be selected. And for making the guideline, we should select the this one is sketch, and this line is also the guide. This is the guide, and this is a section. Two sections and two guide, we can make the multi-section like here. Oh, some mistake is taken. I will select multi-section again. This one and this one should be made, and this is removed. And for making guide, this one and this one can be made for me. This is multi-sections. By generating the multi-sections, we should make multi-section surface number 2 again. Therefore, for covering the upper part of the mouse, for observing the mouse shape and the spine, we can select the first one by using multi-sections solid surface button like here. First one is the sections. This have two sections. First section is this one. Second section should be this one. Along to the section, this one is this part, and this one is this section 2, section 1 should be the spinal with the mouse important thing, and selecting the guidance line. For selecting the guidance line, guide 1 should be made this one, and guide 2 should be made this one, and guide 3 is made. Oh, I'm sorry, I have some mistake, I'm sorry. I will select the multi-section solid again, and section 1, section 2 should be selected in this line. This line and this line is a section. In previous case, this line and this line is a section. In this case, this line and this line should be selected to the section point, and the 3 guidance should be made. The first guide is this one, second guide is this one, and third guide is this one. And if you select preview, then the multi-sections surface should be made fantastically like this. And if the upper part, skin part of the mouse is made, then please using join all surface button. Join is placed in operations part like this. Then if you select the join and click join button, then this join dialog windows can be appeared like here, and this part, and this part, this part, this part, and this part. 4 part should be selected for joining, and if we select OK button, then join is finished. And also next one is extrapolate drawing like this. For making extrapolate, we should do making the boundary from boundary button. If you select the boundary button like here, then skin part should be okay, and multi-section extrapolate should be where is the extrapolate should be making I'm sorry, this button is extrapolate button. Then if this is clicked, then the extrapolate definition should be making like this. And if we select boundary, and the extrapolate part should be join one, and the length should be applied to 10 millimeter, then the extrapolate is made from this. Then if the 10 millimeter extrapolate should be making, then next one we will cut to flatten the bottom of the mouse. Sketch 1 could be made for YZ plane. Therefore, we select the YZ plane and go to the sketch workbench like this, and making and drawing one line, and this line, between this line and H vector should distance we should be 5 millimeter like here. we should correct this part for 5 millimeter and exit to the sketch workbench like this, and making the extrude line over here. Then OK button should be made, and the next one, if you making the extrapolate line, then to flatten the bottom of the mouse, sketch one line on the YZ plane as shown in the figure and extrude it cut using split or trim. By using split, element to cut should be made to join, and the cutting element should be selected this part. Then other side can be made like this. Then OK button should be made like this. Then the lower part could be removed like this. Then please hide this part in this hide button, and we can make the bottom part from making a fill. I'm sorry, this is a fill button, and if we select, I'm sorry, this is a fill button, and if we select the open gap should be made. I'm sorry. For making it, we should make a boundary button first, and OK, then fill button is here, and the bottom part could be made from this operation like this. This one will make and come from the document sheet of the lecture. Next one, we should do this sketch like this. Before making the sketch line, I will hide some non-necessary part like this, and enter to the XY plane and sketch. Click the XY plane and go to the sketch workbench like this, and for making it, I will draw a line and 3-point arc like this, and I'm sorry, Control Z, and 3-point arc again. Ooh, where is the end point? I'm sorry, 3-point arc should be made again. And the next one, I will apply to the tangency button from this, and this arc and line should be tangency by using constant defined in the box, and this part should be tangency again. And in the same method, this part and this part should be tangents like here. And the distance from these two H vector is given to 12 millimeter, and this one should be aligned to H vector like this, and the distance between this part and this part should be applied to 42 millimeter. And next part, I will check the next part. This part and this part should be 52 millimeter, like this. 52 millimeter, like here. Then all of the parts should be turned into the blue line, like this. Then I will make some extrusion point from this bottom, and this second dimension should be 0, and first dimension can be made from this one part, and next one I'll split this part for split command, and element to cut should be this selected to this one, and cutting element should be selected this part, and other side can differentiate what is the cutting element of this. Then next one we should select this one and hide it. Then the in this case the cutting hole can be drawn after stretching the previously drawn picture by extrusion. Only the part of the shape drawn by division is made flat, and then the extruded column and the drawn picture are hidden. Next one, sweep surface should be needed for next one. Therefore, we select the sweep surface button, and third part we select circle, and two guides and values should be selected, and two guides should be selected, first guide and second guide, and the values should be 80 millimeter, like this, and preview button should be needed. Then this surface was appeared, and if you click OK button, the sweep surface can be made from this part. Then if you select by using fill surface button, this part, and this part should be filled, and you select the fill surface button again. Oh, I'm sorry, another part can be selected. This part, and this part should be made. Then the fill surface can be made from this button, and if this unnecessary part could be hide, like this. This is the hide button, and the unnecessary plane could be hide also, and some unnecessary part could be made. This one can be hide, and this one can be hide. Next one, join the fillet is needed. Therefore, for making it, we should join the all surface of it join. Let's click the join button, and this one, this one, this one, and this one should be joined like this. And next one is closed surface. For making closed surface, we enter to the part design workbench, and fill surface button, and the joint can be made. And if you select hide all surfaces, then the only solid can be made from this part, and some part should be hide like this. Then the mouse can be made from this. And the next one, we should do fillet. Edge fillet should be did in this part, this part, this part, again, and this part, and also this part. 5mm edge fillet can be made in this part. Then all of the mouse can be made, and the next, the color can be changed from this button. And if we select this part to blue color, color can be made like this. Okay, I will finish this session. I draw the mouse like this. Then see you next time. Goodbye.